All right, so package just arrived about an hour later than I was expecting it. But I digress. Let's get this thing opened up. Hopefully it's our bonsai soil. Laura orders so much stuff on Amazon Prime that it could be anything. Hopefully it's at least one of my three. Oh, hell yeah. All right. So, it says all three. So, from the Bonsai Supply. Boom, boom. All the aggregates are sourced in the USA. So, this is cool. All-purpose bonsai soil. Black lava, 1/4 inch. Pine bark fines. Calcine clay, 1/8 of an inch. And pumice, 1/4 of an inch. So that's a really cool mix. This was, I think, I remember $16 for the two quarts. So that's nice. This is an old favorite. It's a staple of mine. I put it, pretty much in every planting, whether it's fruit, vegetable, or tree. So cactus, it doesn't matter. I use perlite a lot. So this Espoma, on Amazon was a great price. And boom, boom. Last but not least, I just went for it. I've got straight up pumice from Superfly Bonsai. All I have to say about Superfly Bonsai is they had a really cool chili pepper kit that Laura got me for Christmas. So I went for 6 quarts of pumice. So, all right, we got everything we need to get back on track with these citrus. All right, so I'm going to utilize this one for a couple of plantings later in the week. But for my citrus, I would like to do equal parts of the perlite and the pumice. So there are 6 quarts of pumice in here. I probably shouldn't have opened the entire top, but I did. So I'll put about half in there now. And this is sifted prior to bagging, so that's convenient. What is this, jarhead proof? Come on. All right, here we go. All right, so then I'm going to max out with 6 of that. So I just need to leave 2 of the 8 here. I need straight perlite for the aquarium plantings I do with my pencil cactus the other day. If you missed that video, you can go back and check out that playlist. So I'll set aside those 2 quarts of the organic perlite specifically for those aquarium plantings. And I will go ahead and add the rest of the pumice. Perfect. That's the first time I've ever purchased pumice by itself. I always purchase perlite, purchase a lot of topsoils and stuff like that. Spot gum peat moss, but never the pumice for the indoor plantings, because I'm really just now getting them into bonsai pots. Most of what I have are seedlings or pre-bonsais from Ramadori, or just collected over the years, They just haven't gotten into bonsai pots yet, but now we're getting into year 2. So almost finishing up year 2. So I'm starting to get things planted in proper bonsai soil, in proper bonsai pots. All right. So this should get us well underway on our citrus bonsai, so let's get to it. right, so here we go. We're gonna start with the heaviest first. So we're gonna get this guy out of its pot. Got a big old spoon. I think it's such a big pot. This actually won't be bad to get underneath. Oh yeah, one nice big piece. There's some roots down there. Oh, that came off. That was coming off anyways. Oh, look at me. I'll work with this, people. All right, next up, we're going to get the 2 lemon removed from these ginormous, deep terracotta pots. I actually planted these way deeper than I normally would like to. And I think it was just a matter of that day. I didn't have enough soil, and they were planted, and that was it. So there's a little node of a cactus here. I'm going to get that moved over to another pot. They're being disturbed. Sometimes, you know, they break off and fall into other pots, and there you go. That's how you get some babies. And those things, they grow really slowly. They're like little succulent cactus. I don't know. Combo of the two. I'm actually doing a video on the mama of that plant this week. So that'll be coming up following all these citrus trees. All right, so I was unpleasantly surprised at how shallow and fine my root base was on those lime trees. So I'm hoping it's a little, I don't want it to be crazy, but you want your tree to have healthy roots, and it just seemed like those roots, there just weren't enough. I'll show you in a little bit. There just weren't enough to support a tree that bears fruit. What do I know? All right, here we go. This one seems a little better. Oh yeah. There we go. All right, that's a little better. And wow, those are really dry. Okay. I'm gonna get the other lemon out, get these pots moved outside with the lime pots. Well, the soon-to-be weeping Norwegian spruce pots. And I'm gonna get these roots washed up, and then we'll move on to the key limes. All right, y'all, so we're gonna tackle this little orange tree right here. It's got a lot of nice branching in it. Its roots are screwy as all hell. If you could see, it's like a knuckle, and they go together and then swirl back underneath. So I think there's 2 main roots I'm going to cut out, and after doing that, there probably won't be that much. It's actually a bigger root, so I'm not going to use my root scissors. One and 2. Yep, that was going to be the case. So we've got some decent roots this way, but for the majority, those finer ones, they were on those huge, knuckly, nasty ones. So if we're going to fix it, this is going to be the way. I'm going to try to train what's left because I just don't want to take away too much more. Really attractive tree. So I've got a cool pot picked out for it. So this little guy looks like a hollowed out piece of wood, made of maybe concrete, but it's got a cool texture. I actually do have a true metal screen in the bottom, decently shallow. So essentially we just have to pick a front, and then we'll get some of that nice pumice and perlite that I mixed up earlier in there. We'll be good to go. Nice layer spread in there. All right. So I want you to come back this way. All right, we're gonna have to shorten these guys up a little bit. Maybe I'll set it. Yeah, that looks better. All right, get those roots going down in the soil. And there was one above I'll get rid of. Laura and I initially did a twin jade planting. It was our first planting that we did together in this. And then she had one of her longtime friends over who had a 3-year-old, and the little idiot pulled it right out of the pot, one of them, and it just messed up the roots. And it was while I wasn't in the room, and the father tried to just replant it real quick. And he had no freaking clue what he was doing, and just probably just smashed the roots. So they never recovered, either of them. So when that kid turns 18, I got a present for him. Little knuckle sandwich. But in the meantime, see if we can't get a new bonsai going in this really cool pot. And I will try to have short-term memory with the loss of our jade planting. So these roots don't want to stay down, so I have a couple more inches of soil to go here. Then I'm going to wet it down, and I'm going to put some rocks up on there. Get this thing settled in. So I ordered a new spray bottle. I was twisting the top off and I broke it because that's what I do. So we got one coming in our next order. So hopefully that's tomorrow or the next day. I feel like those really pay off when you're working with perlite. And I just like them in general. I have my number 1 waterer now. I've got a little squirter, and I've got the big mister, but the big mister is filled with what I use for spider mites. So it's called Wipeout Spider Mites. Wipeout. So needless to say, I'm down 1 sprayer, and with the heat being on in the winter, I'm missing it. Quite like this, my main watering can, I broke the plastic tip off the front, trying to screw it back on. So I've been dealing with it in this ghetto fashion pretty much since I got it. Oh yeah, it sounds like Rice Krispies. Oh. Right. It's relatively shallow, and since it's his first bonsai planting, I just want to make sure there's plenty of bonsai soil up in here. I think one more splash and we'll be good to go. Yeah, cool. So I've got this. I don't know if you can pick up the shade, but it's got some hues of blue and gray in there. Nice striations, nice layer. Stratospheric. No, what's it called? Metamorphic, igneous. Yeah, stratospheric. All right, that one's cool. There's a little piece of quartz. And then, just for the sake of getting these roots set up, oh, here we go, this one's cool. Looks like it has some formica in there. Oh, sedimentary, not stratospheric. Stratospheric must have to do with the clouds or something. Yeah, so sedimentary rocks when they're layered. All right, cool. Oh, look at all that water leak out. All right, y'all. So next on the hit list is that larger orange. So it's got a really nice canopy. It also had a huge root ball. So we're going to get into the roots and then plant it in the old terracotta pot that my Deluxe Regia was in from a couple weeks ago. I'm going to put that on time lapse. So enjoy. All right, y'all. So this is taking way longer than I thought. This is actually the next day, and I only got to about half of the trees last night. So we're going to end this with a nice little time lapse. After Laura got home from work, we caught up on the day while she helped me plant some key lime trees. So after, in the third video, what I'll do is I'll finish pruning roots, getting them planted in the new bonsai soil, and then I will do a little spin with each and every tree. I believe there's 15 in total that we've pruned up in the citrus family. So it's been a lot of fun. It's probably my best time I've ever had in bonsai, because how often do you get to prune that many trees at once and then work with their roots? So this is just totally awesome. So I'm really looking forward to doing the rest of them. So come back for part 3 of Citrus Bonsai. I'm Jared Paul. Have a great day.